Reserve hiked interest rates by another 3/4 of 1 point today. Comes as inflation in the U.S. remains at a 4-decade high. It's the 6th rate hike this year. The bump brings the benchmark fund rate to between 3.75 and 4%, the highest levels since January of '08.
Price pressures remain evident across a broad range of goods and services. Russia's war against Ukraine has boosted prices for energy and food and has created additional upward pressure on inflation.
Still historically fairly low, but it's risen quickly. The Fed will likely continue to raise rates, he says, but possibly at a slower pace going forward.
You got Happy back!
Check this out. Last night we shared the story of a sweet little girl losing her doll while tailgating during last weekend's Bison game. We are happy to report the doll, named Happy, has now been returned home. 4-year-old Hensley Hansen was reunited with Happy today. Her mom, Michelle, says Happy was turned into the NDSU safety office. I, for one, am very relieved. I was really feeling for her. You have to watch her story on her website. She said she felt like a bad mom.
She did.
She lost her baby.
But it's back now. So
Yes.
Power of the people. Excellent. Hey, Bison basketball officially back.